composite volcano. Composite volcanoes are explosive volcanoes. Their eruptions can be violent and